city is mine, pretty as dawn. I don't like the way P. Diddy did shine with different lawyers. Why it's mentioned in my rhymes? It's just the intro, hate it or love it, like it, bump it or dump it, writing across the stomach, spell God, son. It's like a jungle black, it's like the habitat of Tarzan. Matter of fact, it's harder than most can imagine. Most of my packed in correctional facilities, half of them passed on, max strong, couple of made a ghost leave a body. Now they haunting the block where they used to stand at. Somebody's taking their place, a younger man perhaps hand slaps. Can't understand that, same walk, same talk. I wanna can that impossible. A thug dies, another step inside his shoes, and they will hurt you. Laying low with the bottle, I'm blowing circles. My state of mind purple. Y'all just wanna deal with drama. Talk about who got things. Y'all ready to get this mama. Everything you went to was underworld related. You sell your not even your girl is.
Well, let me get it straightened up. This is the last one, guys. Probably like in a few more minutes, but I wanted to have this discussion with you guys on something that I was sitting down and I was having a one-on-one talk with a friend of mine. And just something that always bothered me on how, as black people, we always disfranchise each other. Whether who's black enough, if you're in or you're out, or you're not cool enough. And in doing that, I always wondered why. Just why? Why do we do that? So what I decided that I was going to do was I was going to actually put together a video. Or actually, I went and grabbed a video clip. And it's something from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it's a clip or a scene from Carlton having a discussion with a fraternity leader. And I find it interesting that for a lot of black men or black people can't help where they're born. Can't help it. Some people are just born into certain situations. And they're continuously trying to prove their blackness. I talked about that. It's to be an ongoing struggle. And in seeing that, you'll always get challenged or called into question on to prove your blackness. And I empathize deeply with Carlton, what he's had to say. What's going on? What's going on, Gabe? What's going on? I wanted to play this. And Gabe, I check out your work. It is amazing what you talk about. This is my last show before I go back to the main channel. I want to play this video. And I want y'all to hear this out. This is something of a struggle that a lot of black young men go through. A lot of black people go through every day. It was so much so that it rang true to me because I felt like, yo, man, like, this is something that a lot of black people, we don't call out or we get hit by this. So I wanted to do this video and showcase this. Let me go ahead and get that. As you already see, this is the one where Carlton gets called a sellout. And I wanted to play this video because a lot of black A lot of black young people are dealing with this now, where they get shamed about their blackness. They get shamed that what they're doing isn't black enough, or how they're born, that if their parents are first generational middle class or higher, they're getting shamed that they're not black enough. Let me go ahead and play, and then y'all can take it from there.
Yo, homie, I'm not supposed to say anything, but you have nothing to worry about. You're in. Your word? Me and Carlton got in? Well, not exactly. I mean, you're cool and all, but Carlton, well, he's not exactly our type. Say, what do you mean, not our type? Well, Carlton is not like you and me. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. Well, Carlton doesn't exactly exemplify what I think a Phi Beta Gamma is. Oh, and what is that? Well, it's not Ralph Lauren shirts and wingtip shoes in corporate America. We don't need a brother like him in this fraternity. Man, he is exactly what you need in this fraternity. Carlton has been a straight A student since preschool. He gives you 150% every time. Look, Will, I realize he's your cousin and you have to defend him, but this discussion is closed. All right.
Carlton getting it in, boy.
Come on, man. Let's go. I didn't get in. What? Why? Look, I don't know, man. Come on, just let's go. How dare you not take Will? He's full of potential. That's why we want him. It's you we don't want. Me. But I did everything. I cooked, I cleaned, I hand washed the toilets. Everything your butler does for you. I'm not accepting no prep school, Bel Air bread sellout into my friend. I got this one. You think I'm a sellout? Why? Because I live in a big house or I dress a certain way? Or maybe it's because I like Barry Manilow.
He been Barry White, y'all.
Being black isn't what I'm trying to be, it's what I am. I'm running the same race and jumping the same hurdles you are, so why are you tripping me up? You said we need to stick together, but you don't even know what that means. If you ask me, you're the real sellout.
Yeah, that's right, boy. And in the words of my illustrious cousin, we will make like a tree and leave.
Look, you don't speak for the rest of us, dog. I'm gonna have you kicked out of here.
Make like a tree and leave. I never say that. It's make like a banana and split.
I'll keep that in mind, all right?
Laszlo, how could you?
Oh, get over it, Mary. I'm leaving you for your brother.
Oh, you've got to take this from me tomorrow. Damn that Laszlo.
Hey, we looking at the newest Phi Beta Gamma?
No, apparently I'm not enough of a brother to be a brother.
What?
The pledge leader said he didn't like sellouts.
Well, who does? I mean, you wait and wait and wait. When you finally get to the front of the line, everything's gone.
You know, this really irritates me. I have worked very hard to give my family a good life, and suddenly somebody tells me there's a penalty for success. I'm sorry you had to go through this, son. When are we going to stop doing this to each other?
Okay, so let's take it by note on these things. And if you want to come up, I'm going to open it up for people to come on and talk on that. I appreciate your work and thank you, man. I really want to go over this. If you want to come on up, you're more than welcome. Gabe, you already know, brother, to come on up if you want to. Anybody, I'm opening it up for that. This is the last one I'm gonna do on this one for a while before I go back to the main channel. We need. Oh man, Gabe, I gotta definitely make you a mod on the channel, but we need to have the much needed talk. We do. I think that's a big issue because Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian weren't rich. Well, they didn't start out that way. They came from the streets and they had to bust their ass and work their way up. And as we look at it now, and shout out to you for that, Gabe. Thank you so much, brother. I think that's a big issue that we have going on. No, it's all good, brother. That's a big issue that we have going on for a lot of black people. A brother works hard. A mother works hard to get their family out of the streets, out of a unhealthy environment. And when they do that, they understand and they feel the need of, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, I busted my ass. I worked hard for where I am at today. You know, my kids don't have to go through what we go through. They shouldn't have to go through. I don't think that anybody here, children, should have to suffer through the hardships of what we as adults have already worked hard to get our family out of. What's going on, Zardell?
Nothing much, man. Just hopping in on the show. I saw the Will Smith versus the Carlton Banks mindset.
Yeah. Just let me get this out the way, brother.
Sure, sure.
So the thing about it is, a lot of us, and myself included, I would be second generation upper middle class. Okay. I'd be second. I was raised in a 2-parent household. Wasn't the best, but I made the most of it. Busted my ass, worked hard, went into the service, got my money together, got my woman. We had a family. We busted our ass. We're still building. My kids will be coming into a upper middle class family. Already starting out with property, vehicles, and money. But I have noticed that with everything I've done, I've been challenged about me being black enough. I've been challenged on, you think you're better than us. You think you act like a white boy. Your woman's not black. When are you going to come back to the ghetto? You ain't real. You a coon. Things that I do to protect my family from and keep them away from, I've been called a sellout. I've watched a lot of y'all channels. I've looked at some of y'all content on how y'all spoke about brothers like me and Zardell, who probably by the way we talk or articulate ourselves or carry ourselves, or we have certain belief systems and family and values and morale, because they don't have a urban or swagger like feel, we're called a sellout. But probably if I don't listen to rap, I choose to listen to rock or country or jazz, they're not black. Maybe by the way I dress. And see, the problem with that is that we keep calling the brothers and sisters who are not in the fold the sellout. I'm going to pass it over to Zardell because I know he's on and I know he would like to have a bite at it. Zardell, you saw the film. You saw the clip I played of Carlton.
Yeah.
That was the sellout scene.
Yeah.
What is your impact on that? Do you think that was just overshooting it on children who are born in middle class to upper middle class? Are they being shamed to say, hey, you aren't black enough, because if you were, you would be where we are, or you would be doing what we're doing? Go ahead.
Well, let's define what's black enough. I mean, I'm just a black person. I mean, I'm essentially going to get married to an Asian woman. I guess I'm not black enough. I guess I'm a sellout because I speak English. I'm like, dude, you're in an English-speaking country, and you're trying to speak Ebonics. Now, there's times where I can speak Ebonics, and that's only with my closest friends. That's it. Otherwise, I'm speaking plain English. You know, I have to still assimilate to society. Why is it that you're called a sellout for being successful, having values? I mean, that's just counterproductive and counterintuitive. I mean, think about it. Because you're securing the bag, or you have a job, let's just not even use those vernacular. Because you have a stable job, you have a full family, you're taking care of your children, you're not on child support, you don't have bastard children.
Right.
You're a sellout. But if you have the opposite of that, you're black enough. This is why black Americans fail so much. You look at the African immigrants, they make fun of them, but yet the African immigrants buying up all your property and you have to pay rent to them. Now you're saying, oh, the white man. Well, the white man got a lot of rent in your head when you are destroying yourselves. No one puts a gun to your head and tell you to go sell drugs to your aunt. No one tells you to fail school. You know, you have opportunities just like anybody else. How you handle them and how you take them is up to you, and is down to your own responsibility. I'm not responsible for whatever choices you make. Just like Chief Keef want to have 10 baby mamas, that will bite him in the butt. I don't understand why we still trying to discuss that. I mean, it's just a waste of time. But as soon as we talk about that, we get tens of thousands of views. But as soon as you start talking about finances and business, 1 view. Dude, are you kidding me? Valuable information is being passed out here, and here you are calling people sellouts. This is why you're rock bottom. This is exactly why. You call it a sellout when you're talking about common sense and common life skills, but as soon as we talk about stuff that are just the contrary or the opposite of that, oh, now you like to listen. Nah, screw them, man. I mean, they can kick rocks and pebbles down the street. That's all I got to say on that one.
I think the thing about it, when we challenge and look at this, of the discussion of when we look at the discussion of how black men for a long time, especially young black men, have been trying to prove themselves, to find where they can fit in.
Prove yourself to what?
Well, that's the thing. They have so many things that they've been trying to prove themselves to. They've been trying to prove themselves to society. No matter what, every man is trying to prove himself to something. You got to prove yourself to something.
Yeah, I understand that, but for black people, we're talking about black Americans here, black men specifically.
Mm-hmm.
What are they proving themselves to? Getting yourself killed by another dude? Is that worth proof? I mean, seriously, throwing away your life because someone else's validation.
Well, that's fair to say that. But I think in the realm of retrospect of education, being able to provide a home, trying to prove themselves to building a functioning family system that works for them, prove themselves to their women, to their village. Black men for the longest have been trying, and especially for a young black man, because it's even in the Bible that a black man, he's going to at some point set out to try to build his own self up.
Yeah.
And
It
I don't
says in Genesis,
right.
a man should leave his parents and cling unto his wife. And a
Now-
man that finds a wife finds a good thing.
Now, I don't stop any of that, but I also understand that in doing all that, you got to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of young men don't have the proper prep. And knowing this, for me, I want to be able to give my children a prep kit or a paper, a map.
Okay.
But that would mean I would have to step out of my comfort zone and go into uncharted territory. I would have to actually gain the experience. But what's being told or what's being transpired to a lot of blacks is that, hey, we're better off just sticking to ourselves.
That's
we're
stupid.
better off just staying into. Let me just be for real. Some of y'all say the worst thing that ever happened to blacks was integration.
I can give you a biblical scripture.
No. Go ahead. Do you biblical scripture?
Here's the thing. You cannot be alone no matter what, because God never intended for mankind to be alone. That's just nature. That's science. If man was supposed to be alone, there would be one gender, one individual, one of everything. Why are there pairs? Am I right?
No, that's true. You're fine with that.
I ain't trying to bash you over the head with the Bible. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm
I'm not mad. No, I get you with that. I'm just using the thing about it. I understand that well. I'm not against any brother or woman or sister, any black person who says I would like to travel out of my system and test my merit. I'm not against that. That has been done since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Where closed societies versus societies that have open doors that learn trade and different policies. You will honestly see when they clash, the one that is more open usually prevails. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to. But you can go look it up throughout the histories.
Look at Japan.
Now the thing, and mind you, Japan for a while tried to stay closed. They tried to. Now they say, "Oh hell no, this policy ain't working." Now we're now looking at it for right now that for black people, the brothers like Carlton, who are being told that they're sellouts for being success, and Gabe talked about this. You punish those who you should be pushing and praising.
Right.
And when I say push, I mean push positively to keep on praising and keep on pushing them. Keep on doing what you're doing, brother. Keep working hard at what you're doing.
Think of it this way. Only in America, you only see black Americans praise the village idiot and kick out the village genius. But everybody else is exact opposite. Like, dude, do you see? Like, black Americans try so hard to go against the grain, to be straight edge so hard. But it's getting to the point that people want black culture, but they're going to leave the black people out of it. And it's starting to happen. You know, you look at Chief Keef. Why are we praising Chief Keef and rappers like him instead of Ben Carson, Timothy Scott? Herman Cain, Barack Obama. Well, we praised Barack Obama so much that we thought he was a god. I mean, seriously. I mean, these people are nuts, man. And you know what? It's more of a blessing to get kicked out by those people than to sit here and try to validate myself with them. And I've been kicked out by these people. You know, like we did our interview, BMT.
Yeah. I would say the thing about
it was way more of a blessing.
I would say the thing about that, and the issue that we're seeing that's continuously going on with black young men, with black men who, I mean, granted, listen, y'all, they used to come at me for the guy who played video games, watched anime, and literally I was the guy who went to church. Listen, bro, I wasn't that hip and cool and all that other stuff. Like, I understood, like, yo, there was just something different about me. People could tell. People could tell when there's something different.
You and I used the same thing. I grew up watching anime, got into Japanese culture, Asian culture. My own family members, oh, you're trying to be Asian. No, I can't be something that I wasn't born.
It was just the thing about it was that my dad, and I'm gonna tell you this, my dad used to watch Dragon Ball, and I was just interested. I had an interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle used to like listening to rock, so I just grew up around hearing different things.
Right.
The thing about it was because we do not pressure and understand that. Listen, man, we need to stop shaming and start embracing our children when they want to learn to be better for themselves. I'm watching y'all get mad at y'all trying to figure out that if a black man is a conservative, he might be a harm or a sellout to the community. Mind you, I don't think y'all know what conservative blacks are. Do you know most immigrant minorities are conservative?
Yeah. Especially the Sudanese, the Nigerians, and the people from Niger. They are some of the most conservative people I've ever seen.
Do y'all not see how a lot notice, and I mean, I know this is just a film, but majority of the people, listen, Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian worked hard to get their family into a successful area. I don't know why we clap down, and I'm sorry, Gabe. I don't know why we clap down on brothers who literally are busting their ass to provide. Why do we shame? And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna say this right now. I know a woman. She had 3 kids. She busted her ass. No, she didn't have no man. She busted her ass. She got through medical school. Now she's the head nurse. Her and her kids, they got their house. They live all to themselves. And literally, one of the things about it is that her daughter is talking about, man, I want to move back to the hood.
She's an idiot.
Why would I want to be around these white folks? Why would I be there?
Why are black people obsessed with white people? Like, white people got like free real estate in black people's heads.
Well, the thing about it is, and I told her, I said, I'm not sure if you understand the sacrifice your mama made. I'm not sure if you understand the pain and suffering. I've watched your mom have to beg your daddy for gas money to go to school. She worked 2 jobs and doggone put herself to medical school.
That's hard.
Got her license. Mind you, she'd rather be a travel nurse, but of course she has kids. And literally, she's a top RN on her floor.
Here's the thing. The narrative that racism still exists, yes, it does, but it's not to the point like it was when my dad grew up. It's just not. And people trying to keep the same narrative, I'm just like, dude, this is just an excuse to say you are finding an excuse to or reason why you're unsuccessful or why you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a grown adult. You know, you got to blame it on someone else. This is an American thing now. Why trying to find fault in someone else instead of finding fault in yourself? You are responsible for your own destiny. You are responsible for what you do. All right? No one puts a gun to your head again to tell you to do stupid stuff. No one does that. I mean, for me, I'm a business owner. I have to make logical decisions based upon the factors of what I'm facing. And the thing is that I am understanding these decisions help me or inhibit me from the success that I need or to the common goal that I've set for myself. Black Americans can do the exact same thing that I'm doing. I'm a Black American. You're a Black American. Gabe is a Black American. We're all three successful men. Both of you are older than me. I'm the youngest one out of this trio so far. I'm 22. Come on. My age, I say this because, you know, at 22, the average 22-year-old does not have a business. They're in college. They're still living under their mom's and dad's roof. Here it is. I suffered homelessness. I went through a cult. I went through so many things, but yeah, I was still able to get back up. And I don't blame white people. I blame myself for the decisions I make because no one, again, put a gun to my head. No one forced me to do anything. I chose to do these things. I don't feel sorry for myself. There's no victimization. You either go do what you got to do or you don't. And if you don't feel sorry for yourself. And I'm not giving you a pity party.
Mm-hmm. So let me pass it over to a good friend of mine, Brother Gabe.
Hey, what's up, man?
I've listened to you in your work on success. Yeah. I've even started teaching younger brothers and started letting them hear your video on some of your stuff.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it.
I gotta pass on. When you hear some brother dropping some gem, you gotta pick them up quickly, and you gotta invest them. You gotta invest
absolutely. Well, you know, it's so interesting that clip from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's so wild because I remember watching that when it first came out. Like, because you know how it was. You know, you watch Family Matters, you watch Tia and Tamara, Sister, but definitely always Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would be on. So I remember when that first dropped and feeling like I resonated with what Carlton was going through. Now, you know, they definitely exaggerate his character. They exaggerated his character being more white than normal, but as it concerns his desire to be scholastically, you know, achieving is one area where I resonated with that. And that I was always the kid that would have my hand up in class, you know, and there would always be some type of pushback. Like, why are you asking questions? Why are you like pretty much like, why are you trying to learn? Like, why are you really trying to understand this information? You know, I was the kid that every single summer I went to math summer camp. And, you know, and I went to band camp. So, you know, and I grew up in the city of Detroit. So, you know, Detroit and it ain't known for none of that, or at least in the inner city, it's not. So, you know, I definitely resonated with that. But even in college, so, you know, this like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was like 90s, early 2000s. In college, I actually was online for Kappa Alpha Psi, so one of the Black Greek fraternities, right? And it was so wild because I thought it was just old, like that idea that you got to be the cool guy. You had to meet some type of standard in order to be a part of that organization. But like some of the dudes, like during my interview for the organization, they were asking me. Well, actually, one dude, he had said, like, why you want to be a part of like this organization? Like you a square. Like you go to class, you learn. You involved in all these in the National Society of Black Engineer organization. You a square. This life ain't for you. I mean, just almost exactly like what my man's was saying in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air clip. And that kind of, when he was telling me that, it kind of went back to that idea in my mind. And I'm like, it's wild that that idea still is pervasive within the Black community, even though you know you're an asset. Somebody who's scholastically achieving and going forward, you're an asset. to an organization like that, a Black organization like that. But they don't see it like that. They see you as other. They see achievement as something outside of what their organization should be promoting. Now, of course, chapters are different, but that particular chapter, they were not appreciating that. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about as I was watching the video, is even from my personal experience with a black fraternity. Yeah,
that's so sad. Like, the thing about it, because, and I mean, for me, I went to FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America.
Mm-hmm.
I was in I know y'all saying, really? BMT, you? Yep, I was on FBLA. I joined a debate team. I used to debate on a lot of different topics: economics, political, science, theology and theories, religion. Listen, that's why I told y'all.
Yeah.
There's a reason why y'all don't like to. There's a reason why a lot of people don't like to debate with me anymore. I did that. I was doing that in school.
Yeah,
mind you, that was extra credit. So, although I like doing that for Bible bowls, but the thing about it was,
Christian school.
Oh no, I did everything I could to not have to go home. I didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
It just to me, I just had a vast interest in learning, but that wasn't shared in the environment, because mind you, when where we moved to, education wasn't so well received. And the thing about it, for certain Blacks who did have a hunger, they don't get cherished as much. See, I remember that there used to be some
especially Black boys. Especially
oh
Black
man, that was my life.
It's not. It's not. It is not cherished at all amongst black young men. Like, listen, man. Like, when I was a kid, there used to be this older Black guy who used to buy comics, and he would buy a pack of comics that would come to him. And whenever he buy it, listen, you couldn't tell me nothing. I would ride my dirt bike a quarter mile to his goddamn house, and I would slide there, man, grab my candy and sit right there and just, you know what I'm saying, and I would just listen to him read comics to us. We were all family, and he would read the comics. You know, we couldn't read for shit, but he could read. So, but us as little kids, we just wanted him to read comics to us, and he would read us the comics and stuff. And sadly, you know, he got killed. He got shot. And I couldn't understand that. He got shot because they thought that somebody believed that he had money, because he had a collection of coins and different other trinkets in his house. So somebody broke in and killed him. And I started to understand that Blacks don't value those who can possibly make a difference. We value the trenders. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it was, mind you, Will even understood that, Carlton is way better than me. Though I could dance, I have a swag, and I know how to, get the people, but let's be for real. Carlton was just more of a qualified brother. And we're not trying to talk down on brothers who are like Will, but even they know that, I'm going to use the Byron Allen thing, and I don't want to go in too deep on that one. Byron Allen even said that out of his own mouth. He said, "Why do y'all call Al Sharpton rather than me? I actually work. I'm actually a successful millionaire / I run a studio, an agency for TV shows. You call a guy who's not even qualified to do that."
Yep.
We seem to keep doing that time and time again. And that time, it kind of deters those who could fall in line of that lineage to say, what's the point of me doing that if they're not going to respect that?
And there's a bit of conversation around that too, because it's an idea where when you don't feel appreciated or included in a particular group, you at times silo yourself, right? Because a lot of times it's this argument that the successful black man, we don't speak up or we don't get involved in the different issues that are happening. If you don't feel included in that, if you don't feel included in that organization, in that group, you just kind of silo yourself and just continuously do great things in your own corner. But you don't feel included in when things happen.
Hey, Gabe, you do cybersecurity. I was dibbling and dabbling in it. And when I started dibbling and dabbling in it, and I was telling people and my parents about it, they showed zero interest. And I went to an all-black Christian school. This is the thing. I was the first person to do cybersecurity competition at that school. No one cared. No one provided resources. I had to teach myself CompTIA Security Plus. I had to learn 400 pages in under 3 months. And I'm just like, man, no one cares about this stuff. But this is literally what keeps your property, your MAC address, your IP address, your DNS server, everything of that nature under secure lock. But yet, you got black men like you, black men like me, black men like BMT. We are all skilled. No one cares. They silence us. But as soon as you see Soldier Boy, you see Lil Bow Wow, you see Will Smith, you see all these people. They're like, oh my gosh, let's flock to him. I'm just like, dude, are you serious? I'm the guy working at Best Buy. I can unlock your phone for cheap. I mean,
but here's the thing I want to ask you, Zardell. Here's the thing about it. Do you feel like while you was on your journey for knowledge, you started seeing that it was going to be a journey that you might have to walk alone at some point?
I knew I had to walk in alone as soon as I entered the cybersecurity competition in 9th grade. I seen that day one. When I picked that topic, I saw the classroom divide so fast. I've never seen a classroom divide so fast in my life. And these were black people. I've just never seen a classroom divide so fast. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, crap. And then it really showed it when I was like, all right, I'm conservative. I'm a Republican. Dude, my family disowned me. I ended up being homeless. All sorts of stuff. Even now, I'm not really that much talking to her, my biological mom. And I want to reach out to her, all because I voted Trump. And it's just like, dang, man. We want to drink the Kool-Aid and keep drinking it knowing it's bad for us. But as soon as someone says the Kool-Aid is bad for you, oh, you're an idiot. Hang him. Burn him. I'm like, dude, man. Even like when I was in the other show, BMT, remember? They said, oh, he's sound white. He calls himself an American. What? Are you serious right now? Are you kidding me? I'm in this country. I was born here. Foreigners is going to see me as American. They don't care what color I am. Half the foreigners are dark anyway. So they're just going to see me, man, that stupid Yankee, that American. Man, they're going to see that. They're not going to say, oh, look at that African American. No, you're just that American.
I mean, speaking of that, oh yeah, go ahead, BMT. Sorry.
No. I was going to ask you about that, Gabe. I'm like, Gabe, you, like I said, I greatly do admire a lot of your work. I do.
Same.
I don't think we cherish enough brothers who are in these fields. Why is it that, and mind you, you're growing a legacy, a family, something that literally can last throughout the ages. If you want to sit your children down on your lap and say, let me show you some programming. Because you learn how to do this, and I give you a money startup. You literally can do this service outside of your vehicle for people. Why is it that brothers and sisters are not grasping onto men like you, men and women like you, and literally saying, listen, we need to put these people at the forefront? Why are they separating y'all from the pack?
It really is beyond me why that's the case. I mean, even just as Zardell was mentioning, my own family, like it's just not even too much that we have in common. And then when I start talking about things that I'm interested in or things that I think that they can get involved in, it's like crickets and lack of desire to even listen. And kind of even like you, BMT, I've gotten into real estate a bit. Kind of started off really like around 2012 or so with like purchasing and renting out properties. And just this year, I got on my fourth property now, like rented out and everything. Yeah. So, kind of even speaking about things to pass on as it concerns the legacy, right? Something to say, hey, this is like here, this is what I'm leaving to you. And at the least, you'll never be homeless because you have somewhere to stay. You have real estate. This is something that I can pass on to you. So even using my current career in order to to fund or to kind of create a legacy of accomplishment and greatness is something that I've been doing. But just like you said, it's just not appreciated, and it's just it's like I have to find internal motivations to push myself forward, or even motivations outside of my community. Like I get hit up by so many people outside of my community for opportunities, for internships. Like I even have a little cousin in school for computer engineering. He don't really know what he want to do with it. And I always try to give him advice. Man, this guy don't get back to me for a week, 2 weeks. I'm like, dog, there was an internship opening at my organization that I could have told you about, but I ain't hear from you in about a week and a half. Like he's like, oh yeah, I was just busy. I'm like, dog, like you have your phone with you. Like who doesn't have their phone with them all the time? He said, oh yeah, I just scrolled past your right, same. So it's just like a lack of interest, and he just wanted to like I really don't know what he's doing in school, because he might be in school, he might be out, halfway in, halfway out. So anyway, just kind of back to the point is that I just don't know. It's really beyond me why our community does not adopt successful behaviors or embrace successful individuals. It's just I don't even know why. But my wife does, and she loves it. My wife is a nurse, so she's actually in school right now for nurse anesthesia.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. So yeah, she's going for her master's, and just she loves it. We've been married for almost 3 years now. Yeah, coming up on our third year. So, and that's one thing that when we had conversations, she was saying like, you're not like everybody else. And she Black. She from Detroit. Like we're both from the same place. But she would say like, hey, you're not like everybody else. You're not like the people that's from like the city of Detroit. And she said that's one thing that she really appreciated about me, is that like that forward thinking and really laying a foundation for a family and success. So yeah, man, it's just I guess anomalies attract anomalies. So
no. Like I so get you with that, because I sometimes I lose faith in trying to tell Black people about successful things. Now, granted, I have tried. Hell, I just showed a little thing where I had I just did a video early this morning about Black people. When you have a brother like Gabe who's already in, and he puts in a good word for you, in that industry, that means you need to bust your ass 4 times harder because he put his name on the line for you.
I hate to say this, but as an employer and as someone who has vouched to people and for people, I'll never do it. I'll never do it, because here's the thing: people act one way with you when you're in a good position, but as soon as you give them the opportunity, they're just gonna fumble it. They're gonna fumble it like Callan Copper douche fumbled his.
Well, and the thing about it is that, and I mean, see, but I know some people think that we're jumping at Kaepernick, but I want you to understand from successful Black men's point of view, from all 3 of us on this panel, we took that as a wasted opportunity. There's not a lot of opportunities that open up for success for brothers, especially if a brother in a higher position like Jay-Z opened something or sparked something for you to start a fire and run with it. You gotta understand that if Gabe literally says, BMT, I need you to be here at 6 o'clock in the morning, then I would be there at 5:30. I would be there waiting because I don't know what opportunity he might have already opened for me. And that's the thing about it for a lot of black people. Y'all gotta understand, man, the Carlton brothers are starting to become less. And better yet, if not just less, they're not coming back to the community anymore because they're like, you don't want me. You don't want me.
Oh, man.
Other than my real estate in the hood, I don't really be there a lot.
And see, the thing about it is, and listen, man, I've done trying to talk about sheetrock. I've done shown property. I've done shown real estate. I've done shown business. I've done shown all that shit. Real talk. Listen, man, I got more people trying to figure out. Oh, BMT, where's your name on this? So where's that? I said, listen, bro. We don't tell y'all how we do our thing. We don't tell y'all how we do it. That's the problem with black people. Black people, rather than listen to the people to telling you, Gabe just told you something that's very true. y'all run more fact checks, and I'm like, God damn, dude. Do y'all even know y'all credit report?
Yeah.
But y'all know more. Yeah, listen, man. I worked from doggone flipping burgers to learning how to work in the goddamn government. Take that money, invested it in myself. Took some classes in school, learned how to work, and then after that, I started building. This is right here. This is 10 years. 10 years of my life accumulated, bro. Y'all understand, and I understand it. What Gabe was talking about, like, my kids will not have to guess where am I going to have to rest my head at. They don't have to worry about that because Daddy already laid the bedrock. Mama already set the foundation. Like, y'all gotta understand, like, and I'm not even supposed to be talking. I was supposed to show this on BMT. Like, me and my wife own a travel company now.
Dope.
Like we own a travel company now. Like, I've been doing moves long before a lot of these guys talk about pimping. Like, no, like y'all don't understand.
Heard you talk about that,
yeah. Like, there's just so much stuff that we literally could be focusing on as a people.
You know,
I got a question.
Funny.
BMT, right after Zardrill, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, no, you good.
BMT. That's what I was saying about the whole thing when you got on me about the O'Shea comments and stuff. It's like, dude, that was why I was asking the question. I said, dude, how do you find time to make YouTube videos? And you're in Poland in a foreign country, got to learn a foreign language, do medical school, and you got time to watch videos and call yourself successful. That's what it wasn't adding up in my head. Now, I know everybody has their own system and stuff, but that stuff, I look in the details. I'm trained to look at the details. And, the more I look at that, the more I try to, I guess, compartmentalize it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't add up. That's just me.
Well, the thing about it is that everybody has their own system of success.
Right.
Everybody has their own system of success. And I mean, I'm not here to speak on Brother O'Shea.
And I'm not hating on him. He's cool. Right. He's cool.
No. Okay. So the thing about it is this, because O'Shea has been able to do something that very few brothers
people can't do.
Exactly. He has literally opened a market for black men such as me and Gabe.
Yeah.
Where the thing about it is, and I've watched him, whenever O'Shea does serious
you just went out for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. We can hear you now. Yep.
Okay. So and what's going on, Healthy? Whenever I've seen O'Shea do videos on business, mental health. Whenever I see him and Gabe done collabs,
Mm-hmm.
or he's ever what majority of the financial or people that actually talk about structural building, and O'Shea's talked about this.
No one views it.
No one
brothers
watches.
nobody watches. No,
Hey,
nobody watches us when we ever.
I'll let you know, man. I found out about you through O'Shea. So
dope.
I was watching I was watching your career videos. That's why I watch when I drive truck. Like that's all I watch is either BMT, you, or some sort of barbecue podcast.
Man, I really gotta start the show, man, or start the YouTube channel. I just haven't had a lot of time because I know that there's a market for brothers like you where we're able to collaborate and talk more. But for sure.
I think the thing about it is this, and like I
Drama
said, I've been on YouTube for it's going on 2 years now. I've run 4 channels, 2 podcasts, and I stopped doing radio.
There's no excuse for me.
No. But here's the thing about it.
I know you're not saying that, but
no. Here's the thing about it. And healthy, like I said, I know I have one of the biggest network teams on YouTube. But the thing about it was the problem with that is whenever we do educational videos, like we've done straight educational videos on health, welfare, building a family, finance, money building, power talk. It might get 70 views. It might get 100 views. It might make it to 300. Let us do something ratchet, talk about drama, negativity, violence, sex, blowjobs.
That's why I don't be on YouTube.
Our videos will blow up. And I'm
that's why I don't be on YouTube. Because I just don't talk about that crap.
But what Gabe just said was so true. People who are not black will hit me up for the most part.
Yes, man. Yes.
Now, I'm not gonna say I haven't had brothers talk to me, but I do now. Y'all brothers text. If anybody asks me to do a video, I specifically will go out of my way, and I will even call up Healthy late at night and say, "We got to do a video." Somebody asked for it. I don't even ask for y'all money like some people do.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, whenever I do the educational stuff, and BK will tell y'all, there don't be people like that. But let me do an emotional rant. I mean, I want to help y'all brothers get to the Carlton, the Uncle Phil level. I want to help y'all get there. We want to see y'all be successful. I want to see y'all have a functional family. How's like
I call it level Asian.
I mean, listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. Men who are running their home, and you can ask Gabe, you can ask Healthy, you can ask myself. We don't worry about some of the stuff that y'all be talking about with this woman. We do not. I'm just saying, like functioning men, and Zardell probably won't even have that issue either. Like when you're running your home, when you're living within your power structure, and you and your woman are building stuff, you are not going to be worried about the foolishness that majority that these men talk about online. This shit does never come up in our. This shit never comes up in our.
I'm select nigga
at all.
I'm select nigga.
We don't. I've never heard it outside of these YouTube spheres, and the way they just talk. Like, I'm not saying that you just let anybody disrespect you or talk crazy to you, but the way that they talk to these ladies, the way that they talk to each other, I'm like, what are y'all like? Who are like? What type of people are y'all? Like, y'all just
no.
These are all brothers. Like, just
Gabe.
Yeah.
You know what they call that? You're in computers, man. You already know what that is, man.
What's that?
That's a troll.
Absolutely.
Don't feed the troll. We've been feeding the trolls the whole time, bro.
Man.
How's it going? What's the question that you want to ask?
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to ask about, so kind of with your business dealings, other than your immediate family, like your kids and your wife, do you ever include, I guess, additional family members? So say, for instance, somebody's trying to rent from you and the family member is trying to rent. Do you keep those separate or do you involve? Because I could, and then I'll tell you my experience.
Okay. I'm glad you asked about that. Because I trust me, I've been hit by a family where you got money, you got it like that.
Yep.
Listen, I have tried
Yeah.
to open the floodgates
Yeah.
for family, uncles who are trying to get off.
Oh man.
Yep.
Family members who say, "Hey man, let me come on from up north and turn my life around to Jesus."
Turn my life. Mhm.
You having them flashbacks right now.
So, I mean, I BMT done it all, y'all. I know y'all niggas by the back of my hand, boy. If
Yeah. Yeah.
question my
Me
faith,
borrowing money, never want to pay you back.
I've had
Oh man.
I have literally, they have never paid me rent, boy. And
Yep.
they live off bread.
You let him slip one
That's
time,
wild.
Mr. Rap. You let him slip one time, Mr. Rap.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that everybody's bad. I don't want y'all to think that everybody's bad.
Yeah.
But I want you to understand that you gotta understand that people always think, well, Uncle Gabe, I mean, Daddy told me you got money, so you got it like that. But you don't know what Gabe does from doggone 5 o'clock in the morning,
right?
Doggone 11 o'clock in the evening to keep that place running.
That is
know
true.
What it goes on, you don't know the time, the money, the investment. Because
the discipline.
Yep.
Like
yes.
I understand, man. Like, listen, man. Y'all listen. Check when you're building. You are living check to check.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't care what y'all.
That's me right now.
Money is allocated towards.
That is me right now.
Yeah, your money is just not just sitting; it's moving.
You have to have a power talk. Y'all don't know. This is why y'all not ready to have power talk with BMT.
I just dropped $5,000 on a new smoker.
Nice. And I saw your new smoker.
Not nice.
Shout out to Healthy.
You said not nice.
Not nice.
Y'all see me call Healthy. Y'all know Healthy's working majority of the time whenever I call him. Like, y'all don't understand, man. Like, majority.
I want his hat.
Like, I am always like, y'all don't understand, man. Like, I'm thankful. I am blessed, but it is a check to check. It is a discipline. I got to be accountable for bills. Like, do y'all not know if I don't get these goddamn paperwork turned in at a certain hour? Y'all know people. Y'all just don't know, niggas. Like, y'all just think that when a black person gets out of one area, it's like more money, new problems. That's all it is. Like, it's like, goddamn, Gabe, take over, bro.
I think that's so true. So with my family, especially with renting out property, I at times have to put them through the same scrutiny that I put everybody else through. I gotta get them. So like I keep my ear to the family streets, right? What's happening? Cousin so and so is having an issue with her sister, and then as a result, she kicking her out, and now she don't have nowhere to live. Now I know that cousin so and so calling me now for a place to live, and I'm like, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, okay, you're having an issue, like you're 40, 50 plus, you're having an issue living somewhere. Why are you having issues, right? You got to explain some stuff to me, right, of the entire situation, because I see that other people have taken risk on you and the family, but why are you translating that risk over to me?
I can help you with that, Gabe.
Because I also have a wife. I have a family that I'm building. And why, like, so I need to know why you're not paying rent. I need to know why you left your last situation. I need to know if you have a pay stub. I need a background check, something.
Gabe.
Because I just turned it over to my property manager, and he a bulldog. He not as nice as me. Like, I just own the properties. He is the enforcer. Correct. So Gabe, if I let the bulldog off on you and you not checking out, I don't know what to tell you. I love you. I love you, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna let you put me at risk. Yeah. Why?
My dog died. My girlfriend left me. My job divorced me.
It's always
something. Somehow I got trichomonia.
Yeah.
Trying to hump a pillow. Man, now I'm behind on rent. They're talking about kicking me out and giving me syphilis.
Right.
You know, I don't know what to do.
Because we're signing contracts. Like, we're not just moving people in. Like but that mentality is considered, you know, you don't love me, you don't care about me. I used to
the
watch when you
emotional
was younger.
manipulation.
I mean, it's all that. It's all that. So kind of what I've like resounded is that I don't mix, other than my wife and my eventual children. I don't mix the two.
You don't
Business
mix
and
family. You don't mix
In
family.
all
business.
seriousness,
no, I can't. And if I'm gonna loan you some money, I'm just gonna give it to you. Family
you know
members ask
what?
me for money all the
That's-
time.
that's-
I don't even
This
ask.
is one lesson I learned,
Yeah,
and I've been listening to y'all two for quite a while.
yeah.
And this is one lesson I literally lived through, and it was in 2017. I was starting off my barbecue business.
Yeah.
I was like probably halfway through 20 years old when it happened. My mom, she was like, "Man, let me help you with the barbecue business." I literally told her no because I was like, "Man, I don't know if this is gonna go."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna call the health department on you. This and that. I'm like, man,
I guess.
Yeah,
serious?
jealousy. Family do get jealous.
Yeah,
Yep.
man, yeah,
They sure
yeah.
do.
And
They
then
sure do.
she literally came back this year's like, "Let me help you. I got business consultant. I know lawyers, man. I never asked you for your ideas, anything, man. Keep them to yourself. You never even ran a business before, so how are you gonna tell me how to run one? Shut up. You know, all due respect, hop off. Run away." And my thing is this: the way I run my business is me, my wife, my children, and when they get old enough and I retire, it gets passed down to them. I'm gonna make a clause where they cannot get rid of that business, and then they're gonna pass it down to their children's children.
Yeah. Yeah.
It will never go outside of my hand. It'll
Nobody,
never go to my brother. It'll never go to my mother. It'll never go to my mother-in-law. It'll never go to uncles or cousins. They can try, but it's gonna be some legal repercussions.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of brothers battle with that. Especially a lot of brothers that's going their own way, doing their own thing, becoming conscious of the fact where they need to be in life. They have to learn to let go of their mothers.
Yes.
Especially us that was raised by a single mother like me. We have to do that. Especially to get to where we have to go. Some of us have to do that. It's gonna be hard, but we gotta do that.
For me, I was raised up with both parents, but my mom was just such a control freak. I just said, screw that. You're never going to be part of this ever. You done.
Yeah.
And she called my girl. She called my fiance a nutcase. I was like, nope, done. You're done.
And I think that's a lot of times where the break happens is right when you decide to get married or engaged.
Yes,
right.
Yep.
That's when mama don't agree.
Yeah. She was like, I'm not coming to your wedding. I was like, hey, that just makes me for a happier wedding. Bye. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like that hurts me.
I can go on and on, brothers, but I actually got to jump off.
Yeah.
I got an early morning.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it to you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for having me.
This is probably like I said. I probably want. Like I said, the main thing is before we cut off.
Yeah.
And I probably got to put this show in private, so that way we don't get flagged. I just want you. I want us to understand that for Black people, don't be ashamed of being successful. That's probably going to be a talk later on next.
Yep.
Don't ever be ashamed of being successful. A lot of us men today don't ever be ashamed to be telling yourself that you have to go back. Helton has told y'all that before. Listen, brothers, we got to start learning how to move forward. Just move forward. Do right by you. Right by you. Let the rest of them, if they're going to get in line, they're going to get in line. And if that's the best way it's going to happen.
It's not our responsibility to sit here and go back and fix someone else's mistakes. And the thing is that that's what the Black community want. They want handouts and they want to place the blame on someone else instead of picking themselves up by the bootstrap and just go on with life. When you see white crack addicts, they eventually clean up and they just say, screw it, man. I messed up. This is what it is. See it with African ones, same thing. See with Indian ones, same thing. And the thing is, I've only seen this while homeless. I seen an Indian dude homeless. That was my boy Saps. I seen a Korean woman homeless. That was Miss Kim. I know stereotypes. But the thing is, these people picked themselves up, went to work every day until they got out the hole. The Black American ones, it just stayed there. I'm just like, man, you guys are just, they stayed there, staying on food stamps, just used up the resources there and just causing trouble. I'm just like, man, you're an idiot. You have temp jobs. You know, I went out and did construction. I don't like construction, but I went and did it because it put food in my belly. I didn't know where I was going to sleep, but at least I had a warm belly and food. It is what it is.
So, other than that, you guys, I know I got to cut this short. I have not eaten dinner, and I really got to go eat some dinner and probably go to bed for tomorrow. You guys, I wanted to thank you guys. I know Healthy just jumped on, and I know I should have. I'm probably going to call up Healthy. We got to get back to doing our late night shows, Healthy, again. Probably gonna hit
Power Talk with BMT.
Man, I guess
that'll
we'll
be dope, man. I gotta jump over here a little more often.
Dude, come on, come on, man. Let me know, and we can definitely hit over on some Power Talk. I definitely.
Man, if you want to talk Asian, just talk to me.
Asian.
So, you guys, we thank you guys for everything. Watch the video, catch it on the restream before I put it on private. I already, so that way we can start doing some more. BMT is supposed to be coming back online soon. From what I told, I got to go check on that. But for the most part, if not, then hey, we'll be right here. All right, see you guys later. This is signing off with Amazing, with Zardell, with Healthy, and also the amazing Gab. Check us out later, guys. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.